Hey, wanted to talk about a very important aspect of what you're selling. Probably the crux of what potentially makes us a very, very successful business. So this is getting into the business model of really what we do behind these lead generation websites and how we are able to do very, very well. So you're probably wondering, why the heck do you have a house up there? Well, this is to provide a picture of how our lead generation websites work. So we own these lead generation websites. We own the ownership, or we have the ownership, we have the copyright, the trademark, whatever you want to call it, and we rent these websites out to these business owners. Okay, so this is a huge piece of knowledge for you as you go in and you sell these websites. So we don't go in there and we say, hey, we'll build you this website and then insinuate that somehow the website's going to be theirs. It's not actually theirs. We simply build the website. We build our own website. We do our own research. We do our own content development. Our own design. Everything is ours. Okay, so we build the house. We fill the house and we get it all ready for someone to move in. Okay, so we're basically the landlord, and we're going out and we're trying to find a tenant. We're trying to find someone that will take the leads and close the business for us. So why is this important? Because this gives us security. As we go out and start selling these, as we continue to grow our business, we may face an issue where a client either they may shut down the company, they may decide to go elsewhere for whatever reason. And you know what we have? We still have a beautifully built home. So let's say we have this pest control client, okay? And we've had the client for 3 years, and it turns out that the business owner says, hey, you know what, I'm ready to get out of the business and I'm going to go ahead and sell. And there's another company coming in. They have their own lead generation website, and they don't actually want this lead generation website for whatever reason. I'm just coming up with an example. For a normal company, that might be really detrimental to a normal agency. I mean, oh crap, we built that website, we've got this beautiful thing ranking, and now they're just going to get rid of it. Well, that sucks. We just lost a client. With us, the beautiful part is we still own the domain name. We still own the website. So the moment, and we build the whole website around that phone number, right? So the moment that the moment that customer is no longer with us, we switch the phone number on the website to a new customer. We sell the website to a new client within that industry overnight, and we didn't skip a beat. Now that hinges on one very important thing that you also need to know, is that we build these entire websites around the phone number. So we have a phone tracking system that we use that goes on top of that website, okay? Or that really links within the website. It's called CallRail. So we have the phone number, and we'll point that phone number. So on our call tracker, on our CallRail, we have the phone number, we put it on the website, and then that phone number is ours. So that's what gives us the ability to rank the website with citations, the name, address, and phone number, and we use our phone number. So the phone number will never actually change even when we switch clients. Excuse me. So that phone number then we forward on to whatever business owner we have that's renting the site. Okay, so if we do end up having to change the business owner who's using that website, we don't skip a beat. All we have to do is change. We have to go in the back end of CallRail and we switch the phone number that it forwards to. The phone number on the website doesn't actually change, just the phone number that we use in CallRail changes. Make sense? Cool. So this is an awesome part of how we are really successful with what we do. We build these beautiful homes. We do the landscaping. We build a beautiful kitchen. We do all these things for the home, and all we have to do is go out and we rent it. So and we'll get into this here in the next training, but these, what kind of home are we building? Is this a home that's going inside of this? Is it going to look like this? This kind of a website or this kind of a home is going to be a lot more expensive to rent per month, and our setup fees are always going to be the same. However, the monthly rent might go up depending on how nice the home is and what area it's in. So area is the niche. in terms of, let's say we're trying to rent out a tow company. We'll talk about this in the next video, but let's say we're trying to rent out a tow company website. It might only be $250 a month. So that kind of a house, that could be like a trailer park. You know what I mean? So, but if we're in a roofing industry, well, the roofing industry might look like this. This might be a beautiful house. It might be, come with all the bells and whistles, and it's generating massive amounts of revenue. Why is that? Well, a tow cleaning or a tow company is only going to make maybe $100 per lead we send them, versus a roofing company that might be a $15,000 project. So you see how those prices are very dependent on the industry, and we'll get to that here in the next video on how to really price these things out. End up in the next video. I might come in here in a couple videos. We'll see. But anyway, I just wanted to take this time to really show you the beauty of the business model we're working with, and show you that we do not give ownership to these business owners of the website. The last thing I'll leave you with is, I say that we don't do that. These are assets to us. Let's say we're 5 years down the road and this business owner is thinking, you know what, I would really like to buy this lead generation website. They may not want to keep paying that monthly fee. Well, we're fine with that. What we're going to do is we're going to find the lifetime value of that website. So let's say it's a roofing company, it's generating $100,000 worth of leads every single year. So cash flows are rolling in at $100,000 a year. I don't know if you know anything about finance, but when you try to value a company, you're going to look at the company's cash flows. You're going to basically forecast into the future how much that company is going to generate in cash flows per year into perpetuity, or into an infinite amount of time. And then you take the sum of those cash flows and you're going to discount them back to the present value to figure out, hey, what is this worth in a dollar amount? What are these cash flows worth in a dollar amount today, in today's dollars, using inflation, using all kinds of, using tax rates, all sorts of things. So we're going to do the exact same thing with this lead generation website. So back to the example, let's say it's generating $100,000 per year into perpetuity. Well, this lead generation website could very easily be worth well over a couple $1,000,000. So when this company approaches us and says, hey, we want to take ownership of the lead generation website, we're like, okay, cool. We put a value on it, $2.2 million, and they approach us and we sell them the lead gen. We come to agreement. We actually sell off the asset. We sell the home to them. It's just like if someone came in, it's a rent to buy deal where they may have been renting the house for a couple of years. Say, you know what, I really would like to own this home. I'm tired of paying rent. I feel like I could buy the house and I could maybe pay a little less in a mortgage than I would rent. And a company may come to that same exact conclusion where they say, hey, we just like to go ahead and buy the lead generation website, and then we're going to value that, and we make the decision on whether or not we actually want to sell it to them. So you can kind of see the power of really what we're working with, and this is a really cool part of our business, and it's pretty sleek. It's pretty cool in how we're able to build these homes and rent them out. We can fill hundreds of homes and we're collecting rent. We're basically landlords. We're almost like a property management company, except it's all virtual. So that's pretty much all I've got, and I'll see you here in the next video.